Alright, so in this video we're going to go ahead and continue to look at systems of equations, and we're going to jump into another example. So let's look at this one here. They want us to solve x plus 3y equals 14 and then negative 4x plus y equals negative 4. So here we have two equations. Let me go ahead and start by labeling them 1 and 2. And so the idea here is that we want to eliminate, or at least bring these equations to one variable. So notice we have two variables to solve for. It'd be nice if we could just bring this down to one. That might be a little bit easier to work with. So in doing so, what I'm going to go ahead and do is look at both equations very carefully. And I'm going to look at my x's, and I have an x here and I have a negative 4x here. It'd be nice if this was a 4x, because then 4 minus 4x would go ahead and cancel out. So these two right here could work. If I look at this variable, the y, I have a 3y and then I have a positive y here. Well, it'd be nice if this one right here, it would maybe, if it was a negative 3y, that would be really nice. Then it could go ahead and cancel out this 3y. Well, we can go ahead and pick any variable that we want to work with. I think the easiest variable to do that would involve the least amount of work might be our x here. But again, you could select y as well if you wanted to get rid of the y first. But if I look at x and I wanted to get rid of the variable x, then this would have to be a 4x in order for the x's here to cancel out. Well, how could I make that a 4x? Well, I can simply just multiply the whole equation. I could multiply the whole equation by 4, and what that would allow me to do is to eliminate these x's here. So what's going to happen, let me go ahead and put an arrow this way. So I'm going to multiply everything out. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply 4 times x. Well, what is 4 times x? Well, that is just 4 4x. And then I want to also distribute to the rest of the equation as well. So again, 4 times 3. So let me go ahead and show this arrow here. So 4 times 3, that's going to be a positive 12y. Then I have an equal sign. And again, you're not necessarily done multiplying. You need to multiply to both sides of the equation. So we also have to multiply to this 14 as well. So 4 times 14, well, 4 times 4 is 16. Carry the 1. This should give you 56. So we have that there. Now, if we look at our second equation, the bottom equation, we didn't really do anything to it, and we're not going to. So all I'm going to do is just bring this sucker over. So I have negative 4x plus y equals negative 4. Now here, I've transformed this system into, really, essentially, it's the same system, but it may look a little differently. But really, it's just the same system, only the first equation just multiplied by 4. But what this allows me to do is now I can just go ahead and add my terms vertically. So I can go ahead and add vertically, and let's see what happens. Well, 4x plus a negative 4x, well, that simply just cancels out. And then here I have 12y. So here I have 12y plus y. Well, 12y plus y, that is simply just 13y. I'm going to drop down the equal sign. And now I have to do this 56 minus 4. Well, 56 take away 4 is 52. Now, this is going to allow me to solve for the y variable. So the way to get rid of the 13, well, I'm multiplying, so I want to get rid of it. So I'm going to divide by 13. So divide both sides by 13. This is going to go ahead and reduce, leaving me with just y equals, well, 52 divided by 13 is 4. So now I have my solution for y. So I'm going to just put this in some type of box here. Let me just go ahead and get my pen out. So y is equal to 4. And now what I'm going to go ahead and do is figure out what x is. And the way to figure out what x is I can go back to either one of these equations, equation 1 or 2, and plug in y, and then solve for x. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick any equation that I'd like. I'm just going to select equation 2. Again, you can pick any one that you would like. So I'm going to pick 2. I'm going to copy the equation. So negative 4x plus y is equal to negative 4. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is substitute my y value. So I have negative 4x plus y, but instead of writing the variable y, I'm going to go ahead and replace that with a 4, and that equals negative 4. Now I can go ahead and solve for x here. So the question is, well, I have a positive 4. I'd like to undo this addition by 4. So I'm going to go ahead and take away 4 on both sides. So if I take away 4, let's see, the 4's here are going to go ahead and reduce, or I'm sorry, cancel out, not reduce, I'm sorry. They're going to cancel out. I'm going to drop this negative 4x down, drop the equal sign down, and now I have negative 4 minus 4. Well, a negative 4 take away 4, that is simply negative 8. And now I have negative 4 times x is equal to negative 8. Well, if I divide both sides by a negative 4, these negative 4's are going to go ahead and reduce, leaving me with just x. Now, negative 8 divided by a negative 4 is simply a positive 2, and I have my solution for x. Now, again, you might not see your answers written like that. They might not write x equals 2 and y equals 4. In fact, you may see them written as an ordered pair, such as x and y. So you can just fill in your x is 2 and your y is 4. So this is the solution here.